Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope your weekend was fantastic. Hey, before we get into our lesson this week, just a reminder. In Teams, in your assignments, you will find that there is an assignment there for your 8th grade registration. Now, while this isn't actually an assignment, it is important that you do register for your 8th grade electives. You get a chance to say, what some of the classes you want to take next year are. So please make sure that you get on to that assignment, follow the instructions, and go ahead and choose your electives for next year. Sooner you do that, the probably the better chances that you get the electives that you want. So please make sure that you are on top of that. All right. This week, we're going to continue talking about the growth of Washington. Last week, we talked about immigration in Washington. The week before that, we talked about the Transcontinental Railroad. The week before that, talked about Industrial Revolution. All of those things are going to kind of come to a head in our lesson this week. This week, you are going to be reading an article. Now, this article is going to take you a couple of days to read. It's going to be 2 days per section. And that's because there's a graphic organizer that we're going to give you that we want you to fill out as you are reading it. And the graphic organizer is pretty basic. We're looking just for the who's, the what's, the where's, the when's, the why's, and the how's of these articles. We're looking for this to be in your own words, okay? And we want you to include specific names of peoples, places, dates, cities, companies, or other important details that summarizes what you have read. Please don't just copy from the text or copy from the article. I've read the article too. I know what it says. I want you to give it to us in your own words. Now, there's 3 sections of this article that you're going to see posted. You are going to spend 2 days per article. All right. So it's going to be a little bit lengthier of an assignment because we want you to really delve into this. Now, you are going to fill out this graphic organizer, and when this graphic organizer is done, it's going to lead to another project that we are going to have you do next week. So it's important that you make sure that you have as much information as you can. Now, why those last few weeks, why it's all coming to a head, is because we're going to be reading about the Seattle Riot of 1886. And the Seattle Riot, you are going to find out really quickly, is going to have kind of all of those things, the Industrial Revolution, Transcontinental Railroad, and immigration, kind of all wrapped up into the Seattle Riot of 1886. So we're going to provide you with 3 different days or 3 different articles. It's the same article broken up into 3 different days, but you're going to spend 2 days per article reading that and filling out the graphic organizer. Like I said, this graphic organizer is going to be so important for our next piece of writing that we are going to do. If you are not taking quality notes on this, your writing is probably going to suffer. So please make sure that you are filling out this graphic organizer and you are getting as much information as you can. Spend 2 days per each article. Remember, the article is one article split into 3 days, but you're going to see it in 3 different spots on Teams: assignment 1, assignment 2, and assignment 3. So 2 days per article, fill out graphic organizer. The better your graphic organizer is, the better your next assignment is going to be, and that's going to be more of an important one, more of a culminating assignment. So want you to make sure that you are doing that. When you are reading through, please make sure that you are taking a look at the pictures. Please make sure you're taking a look at the captions. Please make sure that you are just taking it a day at a time. Don't feel like you have to read the whole thing all in one day to understand it. You don't. Just take it, read it through a couple of times. Read it one time through just to understand what you're reading, just to read it for one time through. The second time, read it through with a little bit more of an understanding of that you're trying to find the who, what, where, when, and then also read it through a third time as well. So the more times that you read through this article or these articles, the better understanding that you are going to have of it. The article is pretty cool. You're probably going to learn a lot of cool things, a lot of really interesting things, and a lot of things that you're going to go, ooh, that's kind of ugly, and I didn't know that that happened in this area. Or you might go, yeah, you know what? That's something that I recognize is happening in this area. But it's going to be a very interesting article. It's something that we've been excited for you guys to read. It's something that is pretty crazy because you don't hear about it a whole lot when we're talking about Seattle and when we're talking about this type of area. You don't hear a whole lot about riots and that kind of stuff in here. But they certainly have happened in the past, and this article will talk a lot about that. So if you have any questions, please let us know. Remember, we got our Teams meeting 10:45 on Tuesday. Look for that on Teams if it's not already there. Make sure it'll be up there here very soon. And I hope you guys have a fantastic week.